Hello everyone and welcome back to another Cyberpunk 2077 build guide. Today I want to introduce you to the Streetkid Golden Slugger build. This is one mean chica from the streets who doesn't take crap from anyone.
One more fucking word.
She knows the only way to survive is to keep moving forward. V won't shy away from bar fights, bruised knuckles, and broken noses because respect isn't given, it's taken. This is an extremely tanky build that also puts out impressive damage, allowing V to slug her way through Night City with her trusty golden-plated baseball bat. This build shows that all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Let's start by going over the appearance. Don't worry if it goes too fast, I'll put the appearance settings in the description below. Now, let's look at the build. V will start her journey with 6 body, 3 intelligence, 5 reflexes, 5 technical ability, and 3 cool. At level 50, she will have 20 in the body attribute, which is the core of the build. The athletics tree will provide us with health and stamina boosts to improve our survivability and combat endurance. Among the perks in this tree, Invincible, Indestructible, and The Rock will be the 3 most essential and should be prioritized. The Annihilation tree gives us a lot of movement speed related perks which are helpful for getting into melee range quickly. Additionally, our backup weapon will be a tech shotgun, so perks in this tree will make the shotgun much more viable. Among these perks, Momentum Shift, Hit the Deck, and Manic are the 3 most vital. Street Brawler gives us perks related to melee damage. This will help us with our primary weapon, which will be a baseball bat. However, investments in this tree will also improve our gorilla arms, which will make the Beat on the Brat side questline a breeze. Unfortunately, a lot of the perks in this tree are not terribly effective or efficient, and it's best not to invest heavily in them. However, the perks we do grab will be vital to our primary source of damage. Among the perks in this tree, the first ranks of Flurry and Crushing Blow should be taken immediately. The second and third ranks of these perks are not very efficient, only adding 10% more each, so we'll grab them much later. Be sure to grab Dazed and Opportune Strike for stun synergy. The rest can be taken at your leisure. Next, we need to get our technical ability to 20 so we can start crafting. This is necessary for converting our golden bat from rare to legendary, but also getting a lot of the clothing we need to make our character look good. Grab pretty much everything here as soon as you feel like working on crafting. Because we are investing so heavily in the technical ability tree, we might as well power up our tech weapons and grenades as well. These perks are not high priority, so focus on them whenever you have leftover perks at the end of the game. Once we get body and technical ability to 20, we'll get cool to 11. As mentioned in the previous build, 11 is perfect for body as it allows us to reach a couple of really important perks. First, in the stealth tree, grab aggressive toxins for poison immunity, along with assassin and stunning blows. In the cold blood tree, we'll grab frozen precision for a bonus to headshot damage. We'll also grab a few cold blood perks which will fit into our build nicely. At the very least, be sure to put 1 point into the cold blood perk as early as you can to start earning skill progression rewards. Finally, we will dump points into reflexes, mostly because there's nowhere else great to put them. Each point of reflexes increases base critical chance by 1%, as well as increasing our evasion by 1%. So the 17 points in reflexes will help us across the board, even though we aren't taking many perks. In fact, the only perk we'll grab from any of these trees is Slow and Steady from the Blades tree, which helps us regardless of what weapon type we use. We will leave intelligence at 3, and we will not invest any perks into breach protocol or quick hacking. Also, remember that in order to obtain all of the perks in this video, you will not only need to reach a character level of 50, but you will need to max out all of your skills. Next, let's look at the clothing. The good news is that everything in this build, aside from the glasses, are crafted, so you don't need to find them out in the world. The bad news is, at the time of the recording of this video, the clothing vendors are bugged and will only show their legendary crafting recipes the first time you encounter them. This means that if you miss out on the recipe, you will no longer have the chance to get it again. Additionally, the recipes appearing is random, so you'll need to reload a save from before you talk to the vendor the first time until you find the recipe you're looking for. The hat and shoes are default recipes, so you don't need to buy them. The glasses, jacket, and pants all come from this clothing vendor. Reload until you get the recipes for the jacket and pants and the 2 mod slot version of the epic glasses. The bra recipe can be purchased at this clothing vendor. Because we're using an epic hat, glasses, and bra, we are missing out on the open mod slots that we would get if we had used legendaries instead. Feel free to swap out the epics for legendaries to get 3 or 4 extra mod slots if you're really trying to maximize your stats. For the mods, I chose to put epic armadillo mods into every slot. The armadillo recipe is found on this side quest, and you'll start getting epic armadillo mods from crafting once your character level is 35 and you have the necessary perks. The reason we are focusing on armor is because our baseball bat has a very high base critical chance, so we simply don't need any more crit chance. We could put 2 bully mods in for an extra 60% increased crit damage, but we do plenty of damage, and the survivability of the armor, which is over 6,000, will ensure that we stay alive. However, if you want to maximize damage, feel free to swap in 2 bully mods. Any more than that simply won't stack, and we don't need any of the immunity mods, as I'll show later in the Cyberware section. Next, let's look at the weapons. The gold-plated baseball bat is designed to cause bleeding. It's found as a rare item in a side quest called Second Conflict. This is part of a long quest chain that only becomes available after you complete the entire main story. This is bad news if you're hoping to use the bat for the majority of your playthrough, or if you're a YouTuber hoping to use the bat in a build video. Be sure to save your game before you craft the legendary version of the bat, because you want to ensure that it rolls with crit chance on it. If it doesn't roll with crit chance, reload and try again. You only get one shot at this. This is necessary to ensure that we get 100% crits out of this weapon. Until you get your hands on the gold-plated bat, you'll do just fine with the normal legendary bat purchased from Coach Fred. The baseball bat is considered non-lethal in this game, which totally makes sense because baseball bats used as weapons in TV shows and movies are definitely non-lethal. It is a very effective weapon in Cyberpunk with great damage, frequent stuns, and a really nice quick jab to the face. The bleed effect from the golden bat helps to sap enemies with larger health pools. As a backup, we'll use the epic DB2 Sitara Tech Shotgun, which drops from Voodoo Boys in Pacifica. This will have the benefits from both the Annihilation Tree and the Engineering Tree. Use 2 crit chance mods to improve the damage even more. For the third weapon slot, use a weapon that aligns with a skill that you need to be leveling up. Now let's take a look at Cyberware. For Cyberware, there are a few keys to this build. First, you'll need to find the immunity to bleeding and the immunity to burning integumentary slots. These are sold randomly by various Ripper Docs along with perks. This will give us immunity to poison, shock, bleeding, and burning. For our operating system, we'll use a Berserker operating system, which will give us a huge boost to damage with our baseball bat. The best Berserker operating system can be purchased here. Also, try to find Beast Mode, which is a legendary Cyberware mod for Berserker, which doubles our melee damage when Berserk is active. Biomonitor and Second Heart circulatory systems will give us 2 safety nets if somehow our health drops. Reinforced tendons allow us to double jump, and gorilla arms, while inferior to the baseball bat, will still do an impressive amount of damage, especially with the animal's legendary knuckles, which cause bleeding on hit. With all of our perks and gear, our stats page looks like this. Finally, for the car, we will be driving the Alvarado Vato, which is earned through the Beat on the Brat the Glen quest, which fittingly has us duking it out with a fellow lover of gold.
We all came into this room and gave you a golden shower. Well, you know what? Where's my golden shower?
And that's it for our build, so now it's time for a sweet gameplay montage.
What? You think you're some kind of hot shit you can get in anywhere?
Nothing to think about. I know it. So step the fuck aside. Out of my fucking way.
Alright, and that brings us to the end of the video. Based on my last build guide's analytics, about 5% of you have made it this far, so thank you so much for watching. If you dig this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. I've got several fun builds in the works, and you should see more builds weekly. Also, my Corpo Agent builds comment section was absolute crickets, even though I got some likes. So, if you made it to this point, just leave any comment, even if it's just, "Hey Choom," so I can get an idea of how many people are actually enduring to the end of the video. So thank you again, and remember, to survive in Night City, you gotta be efficient.
We have arrived. The major leagues.
Does not get any higher, chum.